Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves Scrap, and I'm coming to you from the land down under, where I am doing a soul scrapper challenge on Facebook, and the challenge was for a blast off. I needed 5 pattern papers, 4 of the same colour bling, 3 circles, 2 wood veneers and 1 3x4 card as the title. And this is the layout that I created. Also using it for a Girls Down Under challenge where I had to follow a Freaky Friday formula with some strips of paper on a single card sheet at the back. So this is how I've come together with this layout. These photos are from a recent trip to Glow at Sydney Zoo. These are going to be my 3 circles that I need for the formula. There's my 2 wood veneer that I needed to include. There's my 3x4 card. It says we have nothing to lose and a world to see. And I have my pattern papers. So I've got the base, which is a pattern paper. I've got these 2 here, which are a pattern paper, and I also have 2 strips which I've run through my embossing machine to add some detail and some dimension and texture to it. So I'm going to start by trimming off the branding strip from my base, and I'm not using cardstock to create a frame. I'm just going to use the base today as my whole layout. So once that's done, I'm going to start layering it up and start building my layout. This is a challenge on Facebook that is run monthly, and it always has a formula that you need to follow, and this one was quite a great formula really, and right up my alley with my type of things to add to layouts. So I'm just trimming down the photos and getting rid of all the excess. We were at Glow, as I said, at Sydney Zoo, and they had these light displays where you put your face through, and this was the lion and the lion cub. So these photos are 2 of my daughters, and the one in my hand at the moment is my mum and myself through there. So I even made my mother get into the photo. So there's the other 2 strips of cardstock which I've run through the embossing folders, as you can see, and one was like a computer dot matrix sort of thing, and the other one was like a weave. And I'm just going to lay those 2 strips down there and build a semi border into the page. I've used this strip here, which is one of the measurements from the challenge that I also played along with, and you'll notice that it's using up a lot of scraps that I have lying around from previous layouts as well. I like this paper here with the Instamatic cameras on it, and I'm using that to tie it in because this was a photo opportunity at the zoo, so those Instamatic cameras show that it was an instant photo. I have got this older cardstock that I've got lying around just so that I can mount my photo, just to break it up and lift it up off the busyness of the patterns, and also it's the colours that are in the photos and also in the papers, so it's mimicking what is already on the page. So if you have a look at my photos now laid against the papers there, you can see how the photos actually directed the colours of the papers as well. So I've got the blues in the background, like the blues in the background in the photos. I've got the reds and the yellowies, and I've got the stripes in the greens and the blues, which marry up nicely with all the colours that are in these photos. So this little quote is perfect. We have nothing to lose and a world to see, because I keep saying to my children, don't settle, make sure you travel and see the world. It's really important that they actually get out there and see the world before they settle. I cut in some of these photo strips, and they're also in that minty greeny colour as well. They're from a Simple Stories little pad that I have, and they're just scraps left over from a previous layout as well. These flowers I had die cut previously, and they're leftovers from another layout, so I love it when I can start using up my stash that just sits around for ages. I'm going to pop up these round circles that need to be in there because I needed 3 circles. One says Wild Heart, the other one says Gypsy Soul, and the other one says Free Spirit, and that's to just continue on with the theme of the page. I have this wood veneer camera, which is like a paper clip, but I was going to tuck it over the photo, but I decided that no, I'll just have it sitting on the top, and I'm adding another little wood veneer heart into that top cluster there. I'm using these bling. They're nice and shiny. They're like a moonstone really, but they're bling, and I've got 4 the same, so that makes the other part of that criteria on the challenge. So that's basically how the layout has come together, and you can see how it's quite a simple layout, but it looks effective with the different patterns. And now I'm using some glossy accents to build the lenses of those cameras and give them a three-dimensional effect as well. I was looking at the layout as I was building it, and I knew that I just couldn't leave it sitting there without some sort of finishment to the edge. I can't do a layout and just leave it a flat edge. It's either going to be distressed, it's going to be roughed up, or it's going to have some faux stitching, or it will have a frame around it. So this time I've gone with some faux stitching. I'm adding in 3 lots of pops of colour in clusters of 3 to build up my visual triangle. And with pops of colour, if you flick them underneath, they become like enamel dots. Don't forget to always put down where it is at least and when it happened. That's the minimum of your journaling. It's really important that we do that when we scrap, because this is history. This is everyday life lived history, and one day it'll be important. One day the dates will matter, and that's how history books are written. It's from pictures and memories from families, and this is what we do as scrapbookers. We are memory keepers, and we are making them available, if not for our families, then for future generations who will come across them and know what everyday life was like for us during this time period. So that's one of the main reasons why I scrap as well. Here is my layout completed. It's a fun little layout. It came together quite easy. You can see the embossing there on that strip from the embossing folder. You can see that I've popped up the camera there to add some detail and some dimension. Those circles I've added as per the challenge request, but they are just little quotes as well. And that whole blingy corners there meet the criteria. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap. I hope you liked my layout. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Lets YouTube know that you want to see more of my content. I really do wish you would subscribe, and for those who are already subscribed, thanks for returning and watching. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I love the feedback from all of you. I'm Kathy Loves to Scrap. You can find me on all my socials, including Instagram, where all my layouts end up, even those without a video. Thanks for watching. Happy scrapping. Until next time.